Good morning to one and all. Ooh. Let's get rid of that. Let's do that again with no feedback this time. I turned off the monitor here. So dogs for blocks around know that we've started. All right. Sunday, August 2nd. How about that? How'd that happen? And Valda Harris is our speaker today. Yeah. And she's talking about, what is it, the sacred yes? The sacred yes. That's my favorite band, yes. For all of you progressive rock fans out there. So we're going to start with a song called You Are Welcome Here. And it's true. You are welcome here. And we do this song often enough. And coincidentally, there's lyrics up there. If you would like to, you can sing along. It's kind of a stay in your seat kind of song, although if you feel like you want to get up there and jump around, have at her. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart and lay all your fears and all your doubts aside and let go of all the hurt you hold inside. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart and receive the love of all who gather round. For you're worthy of this gift of love right now. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. For who would have known that who you are to love? And who would have known that you could be so loved? Well, we knew
Need a little volume? Oops, there we go. That's it. Thank you. Yes, indeed, you are welcome here. Every single person in this room, every person who's out doing the August long weekend thing and is going to catch the recording later. Big thank you to Noah for recording that and getting it up on YouTube. A big welcome to whoever is actually watching online and didn't go anywhere, but didn't make it here and are still with us. Doesn't matter what way you show up at Unity, you are welcome here, no matter where you are on your spiritual path. If you're here for the first time, we welcome you with open hearts and invite you to be here with an open mind and open heart and see if this is the place where you want to land, at least every now and then, if not every Sunday. And if you're back here for the umpteenth time, well, thank you for coming back, because this is what keeps our community alive and vibrant and real, is this core of people who keep coming back to have our hearts opened. And thank you to the band for doing that. My name is Tina Thrussell. I almost did it again. I forget to let everybody know who I am. I am Tina Thrussell, and I am a member of the spiritual leadership team, which we tend to call SLT. And people go, what's SLT? That's what it is, the spiritual leadership team. Unity does not have a minister. And so Bob and I are the team that tries to keep this thing going. We hire beautiful speakers like Valda, and we get the room set up and gratefully acknowledge the volunteers who are helping to do that, people who are putting in their sacred service. Justin's putting together the PowerPoint. He came in early today, set up chairs. Patty came in, helped set up the hospitality table. Heather's there running the PowerPoint. So many people make this. Lou, of course, is always just behind the scenes doing everything. There she is. We were just saying, kudos, Lou, who's always doing everything and taking care of all those little last-minute things. All of this effort, Wanda at the front desk, welcoming people, all of this is what makes this community work. So really, who are we as a community? Let's take a look at that question. We're more than a set of teachings. We're a way of being together. When we gather, we are shaping a shared field of consciousness. We are not simply attending a spiritual center. We are co-creating a spiritual culture. Therefore, we invite sacred participation. I've just mentioned many ways, many people who are very actively involved in sacred participation. Yet, we all are involved in sacred participation in some way. We have 12 practices that describe the spirit we commit to embodying together. And on the third Sunday of this month, we're actually going to give you a handout of what all 12 of those are. Woohoo! We've been getting them one every couple of weeks. So this week is the 5th principle. We speak life. Our words aim to heal and bless. We refrain from gossip and unnecessary harm. This, my friend, defines kindness and compassion. And this is who we are as a community. And of course, there's also sacred participation through our commitment to divine love. So let us affirm together our statement. Unity of Calgary is committed to life in the vibration of love, and I too am committed to living in the love vibration. And instead of toning that love into the world through the ah sound, we're going to send that love out into the world through the song that Anthony wrote, Living in the Love Vibration. And we thank the band for bringing us to this place.
Yes, indeed. We're definitely going to do that. And the more voices, the better this works. So as Tina was saying, we were doing the ahs. This is instead of that. So we're building something with our voices here. Open my open my heart. Open my heart. Open my heart. Open my heart to love. We are living in a love vibration. We are living in a love vibration. We are living in a love vibration. We're letting go of all we know. We're letting go of all we know. We're letting go of all we know. We're letting go. We're letting go. We are living in a love vibration. We are living in a love vibration. We are living in a love vibration. We're letting go of all we know. We're letting go of all we know. We're letting go of all we know. We are living in a love vibration. We are living in a love vibration. We are living in a love vibration. We're letting go of all we know. We're letting go of all we know. We're letting go of all we know. We're letting go. We're letting go. We're letting go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel even more in that love vibration now. My heart is more open. I should have had you play that for me before we started. I got up here because
It's always a pleasure to
Just
play
wanna be-
Anthony's songs. And as you were saying earlier, I keep forgetting to tell everybody, I'm Doug Warren, and the Unity Band. So Gail on drums, Ray on bass, Bob on guitar. Patty has turned invisible, but she's usually singing right there. And
there
Katie.
she is.
Thank you. Thanks, Tina.
Yes, thank you. Thanks, Doug, for stepping up. Anthony is taking a well-earned vacation, so Doug's filling in, and we're very grateful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it is time to welcome Wanda to the front of the room. She is our greeter today. She welcomed you at the door, and she's going to share the daily word with you today. And she's taller than I am. There we go.
Have it at the right level. Can you hear me? Yeah. So today the word is believe for October, I'm ahead of myself, August 2nd. I trust that my belief and my unbelief are enough. When Thomas says he can't believe in Jesus' resurrection unless he touches the wounds for himself, he is describing those moments when God's infinite and eternal God, good. Should I start again? Sure. Okay, when Thomas says he can't believe in Jesus' resurrection unless he touches the wounds for himself, he is describing those moments when God's infinite, eternal good seems too hard to believe. Jesus' response is instructive. He doesn't criticize Thomas's doubt or demand blind faith. Instead, he offers exactly what Thomas needs, inviting him to touch the wounds and see for himself. Jesus meets him where he is, then invites him into a deeper way of believing, one that can trust in unseen blessings. The invitation is open to me too, whether my belief is steady and confident, or I long for reassurance and signs of divine presence. I trust I am divinely supported and dearly loved. Jesus said to him, "Have you believed because you have seen me? Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have come to believe." John 20, verse 29. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wanda. Most of us know that the Daily Word is a publication that's been available from Unity Worldwide for more than 100 years. I think it's more than 120 years now. Unbelievable that this little publication that brings inspiration to people has been doing so for so long, all over the world, in many, many different languages. We're so blessed. Speaking of blessed, are we going to be blessed with a unity moment today? No? What? You don't have some moment in history right off the top of your head that you can just hear? I knew he would.
From the top of my head, Myrtle Fillmore is the one who really inspires me very deeply. Now, Myrtle is accessible, like she would be in the room. All you need to do is go online. And our cousin Google knows Myrtle, personal friendship, you know. You Google Myrtle Fillmore, and what comes up is a whole series of different letters she wrote. And there was one online link that I found, which has several little videos of Myrtle's prayer. And I didn't know how much that would affect me. So I started listening to these videos this week. 1, 2, 3. And it was so relaxing, so fulfilling. And I was sharing with Valda this morning, and I don't know what happened to me, but something took place inside. Just listening to her words, it wasn't her voice, it was, narrated by someone else. So I strongly suggest to all of you, take the moment, go online, Myrtle Fillmore, and you will discover a world of knowledge, a world of wisdom, a world of healing. It deeply, deeply affects us at a subconscious level, I think. I can't say it any better. It's just a good thing to do. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Claude. So some of you know that it was Cecil Wantner who initiated the Unity Moment. He said, there's so much history, I'd like to share some history. So he started sharing Unity Moments. And when he became unwell and couldn't do that, he would prepare the Unity Moment and Claude would deliver it. And I just want to take a second and ask everyone to hold Cecil in your prayers. He's been hospitalized a number of times over having some breathing issues, and we'd love to have him back at the front of the room. So we just see Cecil being vibrant, healthy, and whole, regaining the full use of his lungs, breathing in life in the way that only Cecil can, and bringing his presence back to us at Unity. We see this, and we give thanks for this, and so it is. And how perfect. Doug is going to sing Into the Light.
This is a song that I recently wrote, and we kind of put some high octane into it this morning in our rehearsal. So it's a little bit like a Melissa Etheridge tune now. It's called Into the Light. No lyrics, but those of you who are intuitive, sing along, please. I step into the light and I count my blessings. I choose to do what's right and I hold my head high. I step into the light and I count my blessings. I choose to do what's right and I hold my head high. Though there are moments that are challenging, I know that I won't lose my way. Your guiding voice comes returning to me. I hear your spirit softly say, we stepped into the light and we count our blessings. We choose to do what's right and we hold our heads high. We step into the light and we count our blessings. We choose to do what's right and we hold our head high. Though there are moments that are challenging, I know that I won't lose my way. Your guiding voice comes returning to me. I hear your spirit softly say, I step into the light and I count my blessings. I choose to do what's right and I hold my head high. I step into the light and I count my blessings. I choose to do what's right and I hold my head high. I step into the light and I count my blessings. I choose to do what's right and I hold my head high. All right. It's one of those songs where having fun is mandatory.
Yeah, it is. And yeah, that line is so perfect. And count my blessings. That's what I've been doing all morning here, is just counting our blessings. We are so fortunate to have you and the band and just to have this community and our fellowship. It's really a blessing. Speaking of blessing, our next speaker is definitely a blessing. She is a blessing to the Center for Spiritual Living, and she's a blessing to Unity of Calgary. I know that she's a blessing to her children and to her beautiful husband, Neil. And we are just so grateful to have Valda Harris with us. Valda's work is deeply rooted in her diverse background in education, joined with her parallel journey in practical spirituality. She believes our own lives, with all of their messy imperfections, are the greatest path to individual and collective growth. She deeply believes in the innate and infinite potential of every individual to grow their life from the inside out. Gee, I think they made a movie about that, Inside Out. Valda is a spiritual practitioner, as I mentioned, with the Centers for Spiritual Living. She's also the founder of Eternal Effect, her own coaching and consulting business that guides individuals to access and apply the spiritual side of their nature to experience ever more freedom and fulfillment in life. And I have experienced Valda's coaching, and it is, wow. It's amazing. She has such an intuitive gift and such a way of connecting to the core of what's going on inside of you. It's beautiful. It's time for me to call you again. She feels privileged and grateful to be alongside people of all ages, stages, and backgrounds as they grow to live their dreams. Please help me give a warm welcome to Valda Harris.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I feel so grateful to be here today, and I just feel through the music and the welcome, as I always do in here, but I'm feeling it in my heart today. Great gratitude for being here with all of you. Thank you. When every time Unity asks me to speak, the topic seems so far ahead. Like I'm always kind of trying to figure things out, like kind of last minute. That's been my habit up until now. And I don't realize until I say yes to it that this is something that I, again, really need. So today, as we talk about this idea of I relax into and enjoy the process of transformation, I didn't realize, there's going to be lots of good, juicy stuff happening here for me and through me as a result of it. So thank you for that too. I love the idea of quantum leaps. They feel like magic. They feel like alchemy and wonder and awe, and they feel like grace. But when I really follow the breadcrumbs backward from the experience, I realize that the transformation has involved a lot of tiny, seemingly uninfluential moment-by-moment decisions. Jean Houston talked about the trim tab, and that just ignited my imagination years ago when she talked about this tiny mechanism at the bottom of a ship, and it says, in the middle of all of the engine room, there's this tiny little trim tab that when you turn it even a millimeter, that ship goes in a completely different destination. And so that is something that I would like to really address today. This idea that we are consciously, constantly in a state of transformation. And the more conscious that we become of it, the more aware we become of it, the more we get to decide that destination. And we also get to accept. So it feels a bit like a paradox. On one hand, I'm busy visioning and I'm busy creating this world in my imagination, this blueprint. And on the other hand, I'm sitting back and allowing what shows up to show up for me. So as we'll explore the idea of transformation as an everyday, ordinary practice after making a firm decision, deciding for transformation. Every one of us who's sitting here has decided for transformation, for growth, for a greater experience of life. And once that decision is made, everything unlike it is going to show up. Welcome what's been unwelcome. We begin to experience a greater freedom in living. So we get clear about what we love, we decide for it, and then we allow it, the way it is to unfold, to just unfold. I make that sound easy. When I say yes to transformation, I'm making a firm decision for life, capital L. The way I imagine Jesus meant it when he said, I came that you might have life and have it abundantly. And it all sounds wonderful, and it is. The sticking point for me has been the part in the affirmation that says, and that was just this recent kind of awareness when Bob reached out, the affirmation says, I relax into and enjoy the process of transformation. I was like, oh boy, yeah, okay. So then I began to be really aware that relaxing into and enjoying it is not something that I'm practiced with yet. Transformation, yes. Relax and enjoy, not so much. In fact, life has been very interesting these past weeks, from overcommitting, traveling, renovating, visiting friends, attending a wedding, health challenges with friends and right inside our house, technology just being itself, and the joyful expectation of officiating my daughter's wedding next weekend. Yay! Oh, and that has been so beautiful and so wonderful to think about, interviewing the kids and learning more about them and their love story and all of those things. And there's this little piece of me that was feeling kind of nervous because it's going to be the first time in over 25 years that I will have seen some of her dad's family. So there's a part of me that was like, oh my goodness, my 21-year-old self came right out and said, you got to be thin. You got to look good. And of course, all of these things that kind of run through the mind, our old paradigms, the old beliefs about who we think we should be and how we should show up to look. And so these are all the things that have been playing around with me in the last little while. Thank you. It's all inside out. Thank you. But I realized that an old house guest that I hadn't seen in well over 10 years had arrived and brought its friends in for the party. And that house guest was anxiety. There was a part of me that was starting to feel frozen and stuck in place, with all the inner systems kind of revved up and spinning. Now, in the past, my strategy had been to vehemently ignore, and I would turn this visitor away at the door. Sometimes I'd bar it with every bit of furniture I had in the house. And another story for another day showed me that that didn't work so well. I did receive from that other experience true and lasting transformation. But the sticking point again, relaxing and enjoying, was nowhere near that experience. So now what? Noticing. Okay, there you are. Noticing that that anxiety has returned. And decide for the transformation. So noticing it, and oftentimes I just say to it, oh, there you are. There you are. After that initial resistance that wants to come up. Breathe. Remember who I am. And welcome it in. Check in with my heart's desire. What would I really love? And then endeavor to be that. Repeat. So it's this cycle of kind of watching and not letting go, knowing that it's important enough to address it when we get those signals. Mary Morrissey will call that soul signals. In the past, it was a signal for me to get working harder at something, put my head down further and try my best to try to show up in a way that is right, and it can kind of move away from that feeling. And as we move into this newer idea, we move into this idea of welcoming. And it's so cool how, like, I felt my heart opening through this whole opening, because even the morning word that when you were speaking, that idea of knowing that when I am or when I'm not, it's all still there. So I wanted to share the guest house with you. I know you're probably familiar with it, but we'll bring it to mind in context of what I'm talking about today. Because the guest house by Rumi, like all things spiritually transformative, is easier said than done. And like all things spiritually transformative, it's worth every effort. When you have decided who you would love to be, and trust that everything shows up for you, is this becoming? So here's Rumi, as translated by Coleman Barks. The guest house. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. It really, really helps me to think about Rumi as a human being, because I've always kind of had, when I read his poems, you feel that elevation inside, and you're just like, whoa, he can't have been real. But this poem lets me see that he was as real as you and I, that all of those guests were part of his experience as well, and yet they became a part of that spiritual expansion that we still enjoy all these centuries later. So, invitation. What guests have turned up at your door this week? Or yesterday, or even this morning, that may or may not have felt consciously invited? And with compassion and curiosity, what have you noticed? How did it feel? This is a big one lately for me. What did you make it mean? Has it moved in for a much longer stay? Has it become a part of an older story? Has it brought relatives? Insomnia, in my case, and overthinking? Or did it move in and through you? Are you willing to make it welcome? What would you love to truly experience? These days, for me, there's nothing too small or too uncomfortable that's not worth exploring. It's part of this larger commitment to be more and more of who I already am as a unique expression of life, with the only thing I have right now, which is this breath, this moment. And since I've decided for transformation and expansion, then just noticing can be enough to stop it. Or when I can get curious about it, it feels even better. And when I know that it is for me, that the gift has to be there, I can feel myself shift into another, more expansive perspective of life, or field of awareness. And it all starts with a decision to say yes. So I call yes kind of sacred. To choose again, no matter what. The story of the paralytic man waiting by the pools of Bethesda, it really speaks to me on so many different levels, but today I want to focus on the idea of willingness when feeling stuck. Because anxiety for me is a feeling of being stuck. I'm a deer in the headlights, and everything in my body is telling me I should do something, but I'm just kind of in that turmoil. So this idea of being stuck, and I think the experience of healing is sort of a byproduct of it. Kind of like coming today on Sunday, deciding to be here in this space with these people in this expansive conscious decision of living as the vibration of love. That decision has other effects that multiply and amplify throughout your life and throughout your week. And so thinking about this story, Thinking about Jesus, the master teacher, he never saw anyone as a victim because he knew who we are. But he would hold a vibration of compassion. But when he came upon the 5 pools, there was a crowd that was gathered who believed that the angel of God rippled across the water. And the first one who could get into the pool, I could just imagine this having taught kids all those years, the first one to get into the pool would be healed. Yay! I could just see what's going on the sidelines as that's all happening. But when Jesus approached the man who'd been lying beside one of the pools for 38 years, he didn't begin by offering healing. He asked, "Would you be healed?" Now, I can just imagine what a question mark came up in the man's eyes when he heard that question. Like, what do you mean? I'm sitting here on a cot for 38 years. So what he did is he started telling Jesus about all the reasons why he couldn't. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's just like me. I was busy, listing all the reasons why I'm, in this state at this point of time. Each of us has been paralyzed by some doubt, rejection, betrayal, or story of what's happened before. For each of us, this question would be worth asking. Sometimes we become so identified with our circumstances that change feels more frightening than staying the same. And it's not our fault. This is another biggie recently in my awareness, because, we're talking about thoughts and we're powerful and we have control over them. And yet we're immersed, we're swimming in this world of humanity and history and time and space and experiences that are unique to each of us. And so many of our ideas and beliefs have been placed there before, and we don't say that with blame. It's just we're not aware of it. We're not aware of that habitual tune that's sometimes deep under the surface until we claim and name our soul's desire. Like we listen to that still small voice. What is it seeking to have me express right now? And when we name and claim it with courage, imagine 38 years on the cot, by the pool, watching people splashing around and fighting to get into the middle of it. Now I have to step in and live, capital L. It's a change. Although Jesus had compassion for the condition, he knew the condition was not bigger than the power within the person. And he was asking whether he would be willing to become someone new. To be that. To be life fully lived. And that's where transformation begins. Every day. Every day, life asks us the same question. Do I truly want the life my soul is calling me toward? Would I be healed? Just going to ask for a moment to take a deep breath. We'll just take a little pause in my talking. And now move the breath into your heart. And with no judgment, just whatever comes first to your heart. What is your heart most telling you that you most want to be right now? What would you love? And if you're able to take that thought into even one word that resonates as divine for you, what would you love? Are you willing to be what you say you want? With everything you have available to you right now, would you be the person experiencing that like the man in the cot, each one of us is already experiencing life. We're breathing air. We're here on the planet. Pick up your bed and walk. Are you willing to be the person you want? Would you practice being that while doing ordinary things every day, moment by moment? For me, these past few weeks, my greatest desire has been peace and presence. Peace and presence. So that when I am experiencing something other than that, I can pivot into, oh yes, I've claimed peace and presence. I'd like to share, my broad list of conditions of why peace and presence was a bit of a challenge. I'd like to share one tiny bit, literally maybe 10 minutes out of my life over the last few weeks. But it's an example of using what comes in a way that is in recognition of what I've named and claimed. Peace and presence, but before that, layering on top of it, transformation, like truly feeling that shift inside of myself so that I can show up and be who I say I would love to be. So this year, I met and have been working with the most wonderful, heart-centered, truly caring, aware, patient, professional web host and designer. And this is after years and a lot of money invested in others since starting my business about 5 years ago. Over the years, it felt like there were walls around me, like a mime. Like they're invisible, but there they are. All these walls about why I couldn't kind of proceed with technology and all the fears I had around it and all of that stuff. And then along came Meg of Valda Consulting. She is trained in the same coaching training as I am, and she has a passion for supporting others to share their gifts. Her pricing is fair. She always delivers more than is expected. She makes short little videos for me that are personalized to scaffold for me so that I can feel some sense of independence. And she answers texts and she responds quickly, and there's no question that's too small for her. There's no expiry date on how many times I may ask the same question. In short, she's the answer to my vision in that little part of my vision. And she is what I thought I believed about people in general. So that's a little lead up to the wake-up call. So a few weeks ago, I was humming along with my head down and giving myself lots of things to worry about. And in the middle of it, Meg and I had reached a place that I'd never reached before in this website processing. And I started to see my vision of this dream of creating service through it realized. All I had to do was my part and send her the bits that she requested. And the night before our meeting, I knew I wasn't going to be able to offer anything to it. The dog had eaten my homework. So I sent her a text saying I wouldn't be attending. I set a new date early in September. And then I paid for the hour that she could have booked with someone else. And when I did, I noticed a tiny pinch because summer's the time when insurance comes due and I had to pay my taxes and I could see the dwindling bank account and having to borrow out of my personal account and all of that. So I had my little pinch there. But then I received an invoice for twice as much as my usual hourly fee. So every alarm button went off inside of me. Every time I'd been disappointed with tech support ran through my body. And all the stories that I'd made up about myself in business and what a victim I was and all those things were just Just like an instant, poof, out it come. And I immediately reacted with a quick little text to say, I don't think I can meet on the day in September. Because I felt like, oh my gosh, I probably won't be able to do that. I won't be able to meet those expectations. I needed more time for all of that. And what if the rates have gone up? How am I supposed to sustain that additional cost? Like, I went into a full-blown, like, oh my gosh. And then, breath. And the air went right out of my balloon. And I went, oh. Just because I didn't do my homework didn't mean she didn't do hers. And she likely put in far more time than the hour that she invoiced me for. So I had a decision to make. Number one, there's a realization, and it went through the layers of what are the belief systems, not the least of which is trusting myself, others, and the universe. So I could stay on my bed of despair at my luck with figuring out tech and spending more than it's worth, or I could welcome the discomfort of that moment. And with a deep breath of courage, I called Meg, and we had a wonderful, affirming conversation together. And I learned so much about the beliefs that have been holding me in place around this one little part of my life. And actually, it's more than one little part, isn't it? That idea of faith and trust in myself and others and the universe itself. So getting curious about the constrictive feelings and the fear that popped up brought a greater understanding and clarity for how I decide to move forward in relationships of all kinds. I get to live into life with a tiny bit more freedom than I had before this experience. And for me, that's everyday transformation. So what's next? Thanks to Unity and your affirmation of the month, I truly welcome the idea of relaxing into and enjoying the process of transformation. Since I have claimed a sacred yes to that, it's so it is. And for you and me, another guest will arrive. Probably today. And although we won't get to choose everyone who knocks, we always get to choose who comes to the door. Thank you, and so it is. Oh, okay.
If you like to connect with hearts that care, just breathe. Feel love. If you like to connect with hearts that care, just breathe. Feel If you like to connect with hearts that care, just breathe.
Let's take this into the silence with us. Just breathe. Just feel. Love. Only love. Only God. Only now. Presence the life within you. The love that's breathing you and guiding you and gently transforming you even now. This is the nature of life expressing through you. Perhaps there's a guest at the doorway of your awareness. A memory, a hope, or a fear. Just notice it. With another breath, remember who you truly are. A unique and beautiful expression of divine light and love. Now return to that moment in the talk where you listen to your heart's deepest desire at this point. Whatever came to you. And silently answer the invitation. Would you be that? Yes. 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 I relax into and enjoy the process of transformation. And so it is.
So it is.
Namaste.
If you'd like to connect with hearts that care, just breathe. If you like to connect with hearts that care, just breathe. Love. I guess that is the question, isn't it? Whether you're willing to live the life that your soul is calling you to live. Well, I'm going to follow that with a song called Pure, Pure Love. And it's about opening your heart to pure, pure love, because I think that's part of that journey of leading the life that you're called here to live. And as an added bonus, we get to hear some of Bob's slide guitar playing on this song. I open my heart, I open my heart, I open my heart to pure, pure love. Open my heart, I open my heart to pure, pure love. I sit in silence and breathe the sacred air. I feel the joyful presence of pure love everywhere. I softly close my eyes as the world slows down. We are all connected with our feet upon the ground. Open my heart, I open my heart, I open my heart to pure, pure love. Open my heart, I open my heart. Open my heart to pure, pure love. Open my heart, I open my heart, I open my heart to pure, pure love. Open my heart, I open my heart to pure, pure love. There comes a moment when my soul is free. There are no limits, there are no boundaries. Just like a sunrise shining in my mind, I see the glow of peace illuminating all mankind. Open my heart, I open my heart, I open my heart to pure, pure love. Open my heart, I open my heart to pure, pure love. Open my heart, open my heart to pure, pure love, pure, pure love, pure, pure love, pure, pure love.
I think the community approves of that jazzed up version. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Pure, pure love. That's one of your originals too, right, Doug?
That was co-written by me and whoever sent it to me.
Yeah. As is all music, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Oh, and Valda. Oh, I honestly, I'm standing here saying I feel so privileged to have heard you speak this morning. Like, I was out camping and I drove home late last night so I could be here this morning, because there's nothing like getting to have you in person. You just emanate this love, and you are so willing to be so vulnerable and so real. Like, what you share is so relatable, and there's so much to take away from that. You know, through it all, I was like, oh yeah, that's me. Oh yeah, that's me. Oh yeah, that's me. And when you invited us to take that word in, you know, immediately I heard the word freedom. And would not believe how much that's been coming up over the last little while. And for it to be there instantly, yes, that's what I want. Am I willing? Am I willing to be free? That's a big question, because as you said, the fellow on the cot, like, this changes everything, right? If you say, I'm willing to be healed, suddenly I'm not who I was for 38 years. This is like completely different. And it's big. And you made it seem so inviting and so, yeah, I'm willing. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of head nods, yes, yeah, everybody relates, so thank you so much. And now, from this place of gratitude and blessedness, it's time for our sacred giving. We enter this time of consciously giving. Tithing is the process of giving to that which inspires you. It's about, here is a contribution that's my way of saying thank you for all I get from this experience. So it's your opportunity to say thank you by putting your offering either in the love bowl or through a donation online. Send your e-transfer to donate@unityofcalgary.org. We're going to pass around the bowls. I'm going to invite you to stand, and we'll sing together, Give with an Open Heart.
As He blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Thank you, Claude. And now we'll just take a quick moment to have a seat and enter this time of prayer. We have the prayer box at the front of the room. It's open and waiting for you to drop in the names, circumstances, situations that you'd like to ask for prayer for. That will be held by our prayer team here at Unity, as well as at the Unity Prayer Ministries in Kansas, Missouri. And it's an amazing place. There is the prayer tower where there is a light that can be seen far and wide. And when we were some of us went to Unity for the Unity Canada conference. Ironically, we had it in the States, but we got to have it at Unity Village and experience that. And they told us how, in times of real distress and trouble, that light is just a reminder to people that the light always shines, no matter how hard life might seem. The light is always within us, and it's always there. And so there is a big prayer room, and all the prayers, all the names are held there for 30 days and prayed over for 24/7 for 30 days. It's quite magical. Anyway, let's just take a quiet moment and bring to mind anyone or anything that you'd like to pray for, whether that's to see the situation is healed and whole, or whether it's to celebrate and give thanks for something in your life. And maybe my prayer is going to be that everyone has the opportunity to be willing for whatever their soul desires. You can also submit your prayer request online at our unityofcalgary.org website, or you can email our prayer guide, Alara Payton, at prayer@unityofcalgary.org. We also hold and love other Unity communities, and this month, the month of August, we're holding Unity Center of Montreal. They would rather I say Centre de Montréal, and Unity Worldwide Spiritual Institute. We see them having the love and support they need to continue cultivating the unity consciousness and bringing the message of unity across our country and across the world. And we're all going to sing together. The answer is love.
We came up with a very interesting version of this one. It's sort of rockabilly, sort of New Orleans Zydeco. There might be a bit of Elvis in this. So.
Johnny Cash.
Get that leg going, eh? All right. You want to kick it off there, Bob? Whenever my body betrays me, whenever it becomes too much, whenever I fear I've fallen, it always comes back to love. 'Cause whatever I might be going through, there's only one thing that's always gonna be true. Whatever miracle might have maybe come undone, no matter what the question, the answer is love. Whenever my mind deceives me, whenever I become the judge, whenever I feel wounded, I always bring it back to love. 'Cause whatever I might be going through, there's only one thing that's always gonna be true. Whenever trouble might have made me come undone, no matter what the question, the answer is love. Hey, play it, Bob. Whatever I might be going through, there's only one thing that's always gonna be true. Whatever trouble might have made me come undone, no matter what the question, the answer is love. 'Cause whatever I might be going through, there's only one thing that's always gonna be true. Whatever trouble might have made me come undone, no matter what the question, the answer is love. No matter what the question, the answer is love. No matter what the question, the answer is love.
Thank you very much.
I see that our PowerPoint slides need some updating, so I'd like to get a copy of the lyrics, because we were a little out of sync with what you were singing, so I'd like them to be together.
It's good if everybody has the same words.
Yeah, it is a good, it is a good thing. and that's no fault of Justin's. Those PowerPoint slides were created quite some time ago for those
were the
lyrics.
slides that came over on the Mayflower.
Yeah, they were, and they need some adjusting, so we'll do that. How many were here last week for Jody Crawford's interactive session? Was that not phenomenal? What a perfect, oh, Tammy, it's so a shame you guys missed it. You loved it. We played. It was so much fun. And it was a perfect wrap up for Playful Exploration, our theme for the month. So if you missed it, there's a couple of photos in the newsletter. You can always check there. We can talk about it at lunch. And the newsletter is always available on the website. So if you trash your email too quickly and didn't really pay attention, you can check them on the website. And to subscribe to our newsletter, unityofcalgary.org. What is coming up? Well, we've got the potluck today after the Sunday experience. If you didn't bring something, don't worry, stay, enjoy. We always have enough food. Somehow. Next week, our own Claude Pellerin is going to be speaking on the mystery of spiritual transformation. He says, transforming means changing the form of how things look and what they feel like. A person gets new clothes, a new car, a new home, a new job, etc., etc. The process of transforming can be easy to appreciate in the material world, but this talk is about spiritual transformation. Claude sees the faces attending every Sunday and knows that everyone attending appreciates the spiritual transformation that is taking place within them because they keep coming back here. Now, they may not have learned yet to enjoy and relax into that, but we'll all work on it. You inspired me to think that maybe I can do that, Valda. Okay. Once again, huge thank you for your talk, Valda. Thank you to the band and all your beautiful music. And
I just wanted to say thanks to Patty because she wasn't here when we introduced the band. So the
yes.
one and only, the world famous Patty Shortreed.
Okay, oh yes, and I better talk about the fact that after Claude's talk the following week, Reverend Thomas DeSchutter is coming from Vancouver Island. He's driving across the country on his motorbike, and he's going to stop here on his way back home, and he'll be doing a talk, and he's following up that with a workshop, the 5 Principles for Living. So it's a 90-minute workshop right after the Sunday experience from 12:30 to 2, and he's only suggesting a love offering of $20, which crazy. Where do you get to do a 90-minute workshop for $20? Like, come on. Anyway, he's a really fun guy. It's going to be a great experience working with him. And let's see. Oh, yes, Daily Word. We need some Daily Word readers for the coming weeks, so please sign up if you haven't for a while. And let us stand and make our semicircle where we kind of embrace the band with our love, and we all sing, "Let There Be Peace on Earth." And as we go into the world, let's remind ourselves of who we are and our purpose here on this earth, which is to be love and emanate that love into the world around us.
And let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. And please stay for, was it conversations?
Matter with people who care.
Conversations that matter with people who care.